Battlefield 2042's NVIDIA RTX trailer dropped. They wanted to show off all the fancy lighting, Mr. Black. There was nothing else to show off, so they had to show off the fancy lighting at this point. So RTX on, and boy did it ever fucking blow the performance out. So they're showing off this is being played on 3000 series graphics cards. Whoa, fucking big dick swing. And then in the middle of the trailer it was like, oh, 10 FPS. Don't turn RTX on in that game. Don't do it. It looks really good. I mean, it fucking looks fantastic. But here's the problem. Two things. One, you're not going to see any of your enemies because everyone else is playing that shit at the lowest possible settings for the exact reason to see absolutely everything as easily as possible. Two, even if you've got the biggest dick swing in the game, that shit is going to drop to like 20 FPS and you don't want any of that smoke. Just turn it on for taking some pictures. Turn that shit off immediately. Because if they can't even get the frame rate stable for a trailer, don't bother. Don't even fucking bother. In relation to Battlefield 2042, and also why this little piece of news was there, they're getting a 10-hour, or giving a 10-hour free trial on EA Play and Game Pass Ultimate. So, which is kind of necessary when you're charging full price for this game, and your beta went as, well, it went over as smoothly as 50 grit sandpaper, Mr. Black. It wasn't all that hot.
Yeah, that's not smooth.
That's not... I don't know if any of you out there have actually ever used 50 grit sandpaper, but it's basically, alright, so you take some rocks and you attach it to duct tape. Yep. That's more or less 50 grit sandpaper is what you're looking at right there. Yeah, not so hot. They need ways to get people back in, and maybe this is their Hail Mary, is that the build they had for the beta was in fact like 2-3 months old, and then the launch code is like a minimum of 5 times better than it was for the beta. And then they rope enough people in with a free trial, and then they have a hope. But you know what's going to happen? This game's going to come out, it's not going to rope in enough people, Halo Infinite's going to drop for free, and this game is going to ride off into the sunset, RTX on, 15 frames per second. It's going to look real pretty, but they're riding off into the sunset. It's probably not going to be so hot. If they pull it off, it's going to be one of those things where they really need to grind it out for like a year. And then it turns into something a year from now. It's unlikely to be something right out of the gate. Here we go. Prediction for Mr. Black, because there's not a lot for you to talk about today in the gaming news segment. Okay. Prediction. Do you think Battlefield 2042 goes free to play in the first calendar year?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
How many months before this bitch is
I don't
free?
think they can do it too fast. I think it'll be holiday season of next year.
Okay. So almost a full calendar year.
Yeah, because if they do it in like 3 months, there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people.
Yeah.
They just can't do that.
Yeah, somebody's sitting in headquarters and they've got a big red button that says free to play, and their 3 months come by. They want to. It's there. Yeah. It's the smart decision, but you're gonna piss off a lot of people in the process. They've been crazy enough to drop the full price on it.